allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
Dan Pillow,
Here.
Jennifer Anderson, Ron Pugh,
Here.
Ann Pillow,
Here.
Al Glick,
Here.
Pam Jackson.
I'll make a motion to excuse the two members that are absent. Notify us before the meeting.
Somebody second
No. Do you want to?
it? Yes, I will. Yes.
Motion by Ronnie, second by Dan Pillow to excuse the absence of the two council members. Call for the vote.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Ron Pugh,
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Al Glick.
Yay.
And we'll go ahead with the, I don't think there's anything else. Clerk's report.
You have the February 7th, 2022 regular meeting council minutes.
Make a motion to accept the minutes from February 7th, 2022 as presented.
Second.
Motion by Ronnie Pugh, second by Dan Pillow. Any discussion? No discussion, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Ron Pugh,
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Pam Jackson, I'm sorry, Al Glick.
Yay.
Looked right at Pam's name and said her name. Sorry about that. Then you received, late this afternoon, I finally got the minutes done from the special council meeting on February 24th and from the 28th. And I did put a copy in your folders that I made, and I also emailed it to you.
Make a motion to accept the minutes from the special meeting on February 24th as well as February the 28th as presented by the clerk.
I'll second it. Motion by Ronnie Pugh, second by Ann Pillow. Is there any discussion? No discussion? No discussion, we'll vote.
No
Dan Pillow?
discussion, I'm sorry. Yay.
I thought you wanted to
Ron
say
Pugh?
something.
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Al Glick.
Yay.
Then you have pay ordinance 3A. This is for biweekly payroll, which was paid on February the 25th. Dispersed from the general fund, $6,007.93. From the street construction maintenance repair fund, $2,921.67. From the water fund, $2,531.59, for a combined total of $11,461.19.
Make a motion to approve ordinance number 2022-3A.
Second.
Motion by Dan Pillow, second by Ronnie Pugh. Have any discussions? No discussion, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Ron Pugh, Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Al Glick.
Yay.
Next, you have 3B. This is for accounts payable dispersed from the general fund, $23,406.73. From street construction maintenance repair fund, $4,851.08, for a combined total of all funds of $28,257.81.
I'll make a motion to approve ordinance number 2022-3B.
Second.
Motion by Ann Pillow, second by Ronnie Pugh. Any discussion? No discussion, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Ron Pugh,
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Al Glick.
Yay.
Next, you have the Addyston Mayor's Court as of March 1st. This was for the February receipts that was received from Mayor's Court. Into the city general fund, $902, sent into the state Rotary Fund, $207.50, for other revenue for calls for indigent driver alcohol treatment fund, $7.50. Total revenue collected was $1,107.
I make a motion we accept the mayor's monthly court report.
Second.
Motion by Dan Pillow, second by Ron Pugh. Any discussion? No discussion, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Ron Pugh,
Yay.
Ann Hillo,
Yay.
Al Glick.
Yeah.
You should have received a copy of the January bank statements from PNC along with the clerk's financial statement as of January 31st, 2022. And you received a copy of the outstanding checks, a summary, cash summary by fund, and the three bank accounts that we have, the basic account, the savings, and the sweep account. And if you will see, the ending balance was $342,511.12. And this is what is reported on all the reports that was attached.
Make a motion to accept the clerk's report as presented.
Second.
Motion by Ronnie Pugh, second by Dan Pillow. Is there any discussions? No discussion, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Ron Pugh,
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Al Glick.
Yay.
The only other thing that I have to bring to you is, and I was going to refer this to the finance chairman, Ron Llewellyn has been doing work on the heating and cooling system, and there was, this started over a year ago, he has been doing upgrades, and in addition to the summary that we received for the $17,243.58, there was another one that he sent me late this afternoon. Trying to bring it down. There was another report from him that was for additional work, and I was going to refer that to the Finance Committee so they can look at it as part of the appropriations. And I will see that if you didn't get a copy, I will email it to you. I thought I did. Sorry about that. That's all I have, Mayor.
Margaret,
Yes.
can you answer the questions about this? I didn't get a chance to read all this, but this $42,000, as you were saying, for upgrades and things like that?
Yeah, that's in addition to this, what he's been doing. For the last year, he's been coming in and replacing things, and he sent me that earlier today, and that's in addition to this. I'm not really sure of everything, Dan.
Yeah.
I know this is something that he had talked to Chip when Mr. Brinkman was here, and Jack, what's his name, Thresher, or the
Yeah,
guy that
Thresher.
owns Junior Heating and Cooling. When Ron Llewellyn called me this afternoon, because I sent him an email and told him that this was something that, would be taken to council and for their input and everything due to the cost of it. And he asked me to call him, and I did, and he said that he just wanted to make sure that we as council, or you guys as council, understood that the quotes that he has on there could go up if we don't,
Yeah, sure. This is a
But-
quote.
Yeah, it's a quote.
Yeah.
But if you want to speak to him, his phone number's on there, Dan, and you can call him, because I'm just a girl.
Right. Yeah. Thanks. And I just wanted to...
It's just a quote. It's nothing that we've done, The other things council had looked at and voted on separately throughout last year, but not the new thing.
Yes.
Okay, that's all I have.
Did you want to discuss that training thing that you have for Pennekamp, or leave that alone?
Oh, I did send out to you that it's in April, the state auditor has local government training, and this year it's virtual. And if you're interested in signing up for it, so that you can, what you do is, we'll receive certificates for everybody who participates, because they'll send us a login, and you have to, log in while the presentations are going, being presented. We've done this in the past. We went to Columbus for it, but with it being virtual, I know last year a couple of us come and sat here in the council room and watched it, on the TVs. from our laptop to the TV. So if you're interested in registering, you can register, or I can register you as a council person.
What was that date again?
Wednesday the 13th and Thursday the 14th.
Yes.
of April.
And they've sort of broke it down where like, part of it's for new elected officials, and then part of it's for seasoned elected officials, and they have different people who, will present it. They're not all, like Clemens Nelson's, I know that, they're a private entity. I know that they're not employees of the state, but anything to do with like state departments, they do try, state government, they do try to have somebody from their area make the presentation. So you can get back to me on that, or you can go ahead and register yourself.
Just given that it's through the week, I don't know. I'll have to let you know.
Yeah. It's kind of nice when we do it here, because we can, do it on the TV, and like I said, they know we're here, and at the end of the session, they send you a code, and you can usually go in and download the certificate that you attended the training. That's it.
Is that it? Yeah, I think so. I just didn't want you to forget about that.
I had so much in this folder.
Yeah. All right. I also put two things in your guys' folder. It's been really hard trying to find somebody to do the bathrooms here. I finally got a quote after months of searching. So I put that in your packets from Sun Plumbing. That's to do the 4 bathrooms, just for you guys to look at, decide what you want to do with that. Then the other thing I had put in your folder as well is a public notice. And I need council's permission to put this public notice in the newspaper. This is for the Secatan, the slippages, the Secatan stabilization project. But in order to go for the fundings that's associated with the FEMA, they request that we do this public notice.
I'll make a motion to allow the mayor and the clerk to place the public notice in the paper as required.
All right, motion by Ron, second by Al. Any discussion? No discussion, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Ron Pugh,
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Al Glick.
Yay.
And since Pam is not here, because I talked to her on the phone earlier, she wanted me to also bring up if you guys wouldn't mind setting a date for her Addyston cleanup. And she was talking about maybe April 23rd as being the main day, and then a rain date of April 30th, which gives us plenty of time to get what we need as far as supplies, the people we need to contact, Rumpke, and so on.
I don't have a problem with that. Do you need a motion to that effect?
Yes, please.
I'll make a motion that we have our Great Addison cleanup on Saturday, April 23rd, with a rain date of Saturday, April the 30th.
Second.
All right. Motion by Dan Pulley, second by Ronnie Pugh. Any discussion? No discussion, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Ron Pugh,
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Al Glick.
Yay.
And that's all I have. Bob?
I have a resolution to declare certain properties in the village of Addison as nuisance properties.
I make a motion that the resolution be read 3 times by title only and declare them emergency.
We don't have enough people.
Oh, never mind.
We can do a reading.
We can do
Yeah,
the first
let's-
reading.
First reading.
Yeah, let's get that out of the way. Not as an emergency ordinance, but
Just a regular first
declare,
reading.
yeah. So I will.
I'll second.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Motion by Dan Pillow, second by Ronnie Pugh. Any discussions?
Yes, Mayor, just to clarify, this resolution is necessary, if you hadn't had a chance to read it, to accompany our application for funding through the Ohio Building Demolition and Site Development Program. That'll allow us, you'll see that there are 5 properties that are listed to go in with this particular grant. So that's what this is all about. We had to have a resolution passed in order to
Funding,
get that funding.
yeah. All right, call for the vote.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Ron Pugh,
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Hal Glick.
Yay.
First reading, a resolution to declare certain properties in the village of Addison as nuisance properties.
I think just information that we should state the address of those properties. It's 32 Main Street, 268 Main Street, 240 Second Tan, 269 Second Tan, and 270 Second Tan.
Part of that, which is what's needed to continue that. Mhm.
These are all the ones I have.
Okay. Then I've got an ordinance authorizing the Marin Village Clerk to enter into a contract with Neiman
Oh, yeah.
Construction for the Main Street project.
This has to do with the awarding of it
Yeah.
last Monday night.
Mhm. Yeah, I make a motion that we
Sorry.
have the first reading of the ordinance authorizing the mayor and the village clerk to enter into a contract with Neiman Contractors for the Main Street project.
Second it.
Who made the motion? Okay, Dan. Dan Pillow made the motion, Al Glick second. Any discussion? No discussion, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Ron Pugh,
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Hal Glick.
Yay.
First reading, an ordinance authorizing the mayor and village clerk to enter into a contract with Neiman Construction for the Main Street project.
I think that's on this.
Then I have an ordinance authorizing the mayor, village clerk to enter into an agreement for the demolition of 32 Main Street, Addison, Ohio.
Make a motion to have the first reading.
I'll second it.
Motion by Ron Pugh, second by Ann Pillow. Any discussion? No discussion.
Yes, with this also on that list, so it's kind of got double coverage for 32 Main Street. We've been working, so they'll both come through the Port Authority, and they'll see how far we've gone with 32 Main Street.
Okay. Call for the vote.
Dan Pillow,
Yay.
Ron Pugh,
Yay.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Hal Glick.
Yay.
First reading, an ordinance authorizing the mayor, village clerk to enter into an agreement for the demolition of 32 Main Street, Addison, Ohio. That's all I
Cut off this
have,
one.
please.
I think that one.
This is on the zoning. That's not ready yet.
I think that's all we had as far as.
That's
it. Yes, it is.
Ordinances. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and go to committees first.
Yeah, fine, thanks. Thanks, Mayor. I just have a couple of things, excuse me. One of those being $30,000. We haven't forgotten about that we have them still presented to us. And we'll give you a date when the committee will meet, and we'll bring the next council meeting what that committee prioritizes council to take a look at. I'll get you all the information before that, so you'll be able to discuss it at the next meeting, what that parks and playgrounds has come up with. Also, I hope I'm not out of line or whatever, but I'd just like to thank Chief Pennekamp. That's quite a reduction, and appreciate the fact that you were able to get it down as far as you have.
I appreciate the thanks, but the thanks go to the officers.
Absolutely. Please give them our thanks.
Well.
Please. Mayor, I think that's all I have at this time.
All right, thanks, Dan. Ronnie?
So we had a finance committee meeting on March the 2nd. The chairperson's absent. She just wanted to make a statement that if you had any feedback on that, to get with her before our next meeting, because we're going to have to vote on that on the 21st, so we can get it to the auditor's office in time to have it certified. That's all I have.
All right, thank you, Ronnie. Ms. Ann?
First of all, I need to report that we did have a police committee meeting. That was on the 16th of February. And our next meeting will be on March 16th at 11 o'clock, just to get that in there. We talked about staffing, and we discussed what needed to be done to meet the department needs. And we were not able to answer most of the questions until we knew what the budget was and what would be available. Talked about overtime and questioned how that was going to be budgeted, pay and benefits, difficulty in getting officers. And there had been a question about the chief who's taking a cruiser home. So there was a policy in the police department policy and procedure manual, policy number 3801, effective date March 10, 2015. And it reads, no police department equipment should be taken home at night without authority from the chief of police. So the chief gives the authority for him to take the car home. And if you look at that one, it referenced the personnel policy and procedures number 10.2, which is use of village equipment, same as 15.10, village equipment, and 15.11, which is safety. So that's where we are with that so far, and when we get more information as far as the budget and stuff, then we'll be able to make some moves in the police committee to get some things taken care of there. Any questions? If not, that's all I have. All right. Oh, I take it back. Park. For the Parks Committee, for that meeting, we're looking at the 15th of March. That would be a week from tomorrow.
What time?
At 6 o'clock.
Works for me.
Okay.
So it's March the 15th, right?
March the 15th at 6 o'clock.
And it's to discuss the leftover revenue.
Right.
Ms. Bill,
Yeah.
when is your next police meeting?
16th.
Early,
Yeah, 11 o'clock in the morning.
11, okay.
Oh, I didn't say that?
No, you didn't. I wrote it down.
Oh, okay.
Is that all you have, Ms. Ann? That's all I have. All right, thank you, Ms. Ann. Al?
Only thing I got is, I got an estimate from Mole Busters. There's a bunch of moles down through this line down through here, and it's gonna destroy the lawnmowers this spring. So, this is the estimate they give me. It's $1,500 for a year, covers 2 acres of property down through there. If we don't do it, it's gonna destroy the mowers, and we're gonna spend more than that fixing the mowers, so I asked him to give me an estimate. He brought it in today, give it to Margret, so, and she gave it to me, and I looked at it, so.
It's a company?
It's a company,
Company,
yes.
yeah.
It's Molebusters, moletrappers.com, www.moletrappers.com. It's a company out of Salad Park. Mr. Craig Stevens owns it. And I asked him to give me an estimate, and that's for the whole year for anything with mole trapping going down through there from Dining Lane all the way up here to the Municipal building. Because I know that, like I said, it's gonna cost a lot more than that to fix the lawnmower, so I just figured I'd save us a little money along the way. But here's the estimate, so you guys know
What was the bottom line?
What was the, yeah.
$1,500 for the year.
For a year.
You're gonna
I may have
accept the bid?
to call them myself. I've been fighting moles
Should I
for
make a
2
motion to
years.
accept the bid?
The mayor ran them out of her yard.
Okay, I'll make a motion to accept the quote from, was it Molebusters?
Molebusters.
Very clever name.
Right.
$1,500.
What do you need?
I just wanted to say, if we're gonna do moles down at this end, what about the grass that goes all the way to the other end? Moles are pretty much gonna be everywhere.
Yeah, I think I
So
got
if we're
some
gonna do it to
residing in
save the
my
mowers,
front
if we
yard.
don't do it on one side, but do
Well,
it
like-
on the other.
Yeah, like
I
you
think
said,
it'd be
they,
worth expanding that for the whole thing.
yeah, they go 300 feet and then back and forth and they run around and make a bunch of holes and,
Oh, yeah, I know, but I'm
And
saying if you were
that's-
gonna, if you're going from dining to here, what about from here down to the other end of town?
well, I asked him to give me an estimate down through here because I seen piles and piles of dirt down through here, so asked him to give me an estimate from dining down to the municipal building.
Last 20 years. Let's hit them with the dirt.
I'll rescind my motion. Can you call them back and see if we can get
Sure.
something for more
Yeah.
area?
Yeah. and we have to
Because
do
I
it
mean,
all
we
together.
ended up with problems over at the
And the
parks.
park, yeah.
Maybe see if they would do something like check out the entirety of our properties and see.
Yeah, this was just something I asked him to get me together so I can bring it to the meeting, so.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I will call him back and have him overlook other property, the park, and all the way down 50, so.
Sure. Mayor, did you say the park property too? Did you mention that? or
Yeah.
not? Okay, that's what I was.
Yeah.
No, I
I
was-
Yeah, just
looked at all of
kind
them.
of, yeah,
All around.
that's kind of what I was
Grass
getting
that
at.
needs to be
Park
done.
and the park.
Mhm,
Yeah.
that's what I was
So I'll
thinking.
bring that back up.
All right. Did you have anything else, Al?
Yeah, that was it.
All right, thanks, Al. We'll go ahead and go to the chief, please.
Evening, council.
Evening.
I have no solutions for moles, so sorry about that.
You don't have a clever name? If you were
I
gonna have
come
a
up with
business.
a
Need to have
name
a
for
clever
the
name.
whole task force.
Right.
Have them
Give
like
me a day to think about
Bullbusters.
that.
There you go.
I have a couple personnel issues I'd like to discuss, if we could later this evening in executive session. Aside from that, the first thing I'd like to discuss, I know we had talked about this just briefly with the police committee. The two vehicles that we received from Springboro, we are using one. One's still sitting where it first arrived and hasn't moved. Last week, the Great Oaks Police Academy reached out looking for some help with cruisers. I guess they had one go down on them and another they wrecked. So they're asking departments if they had any vehicles for sale. My thought is it was donated to us. I don't particularly like trying to sell something that we got as a donation. So I would like council's approval to donate this vehicle that we haven't touched in months to the police academy if it's something that they're interested in.
Will you have them draft a letter and just bring it back to us on the 27th?
They're going to, so I had a preliminary discussion with their commander just to see if it was something they were interested in before I brought it to council. He's gonna send out, the person that is in charge of their donations and the mechanic and just see if it's something that's viable for them, before they take it, but obviously I needed your permission to do that, so, yeah, I'll get whatever paperwork we need.
You'll need an ordinance for that too, chief.
Yeah, we'll need a motion too.
Okay.
I'll make a motion to allow the chief to have Great Oaks come down and inspect the cruiser that is sitting in the lot over here from Springboro, the black and white, to see if it might be something that they could use and possibly donate it to them.
I'll second.
Do you want the ordinance drafted in the event?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just so we have it, so we can act.
We'll add that in the motion, yeah.
Yeah, might as well.
Another order of
Second.
business.
Hold on a minute.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We're in the middle of a motion.
And also have the solicitor draw up an ordinance to that effect.
Yeah.
Second as well.
Okay,
Danny seconded.
yeah, Dan, motion by Ron Pugh, second by Dan Pillow. Is there any further discussion on that? No discussion, we'll vote.
Dan Pillow,
Yeah.
Ron Pugh,
Yeah.
Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Al Glick.
Yeah.
No.
Yep,
Well, we had to get the motion.
yeah,
done,
had to get
sorry.
that vote, yeah.
Another order of business, I made the decision to switch our service from North Bend Automotive for the police cruisers to Jake's Automotive. We had an issue with the headlight on vehicle 1802, I believe, that North Bend was unable to fix. They had to send it to Ford. It was pretty costly. I thought, didn't seem something that our local mechanic shouldn't be able to fix. So I checked with Jake's after the fact and just kind of ran it by him, and he kind of said he should have been able to fix that pretty easily. I know in the past year, we've had some things go to North Bend and come back and have to go back pretty quickly. So I just like to keep the council aware of where we're sending things. I know they work on some of our other equipment, so they're already set up as a vendor.
Chief,
Yes, sir.
Jake's is a very busy place. Does he understand?
He does.
That, you know, you'll have to have some priorities.
Yep. He assured me it'd be no problem if, we just give him as much notice as we can, that he'll make it a priority to get our
Yeah.
cars in and out. And he said he would assist coming to get them and bringing them back,
Wow.
which during the day, I've had to rely on maintenance a couple times to get a cruiser somewhere and back, so
Sure.
that helps. So yeah, he was, no problem with that.
Good.
Hey, Chief, what do you think about the Equinox over there? You have Great Oaks take a look at that too? What are we gonna do with it?
It's,
What are our plans with it?
it's on my list of things to kind of sort through. I haven't quite got to that yet, but,
So,
I've been told it was forfeited to us.
It is, that's, to my knowledge.
That's my understanding.
yeah, but
I haven't seen anything official.
nothing official, but yeah, it said that we still had to clear some paperwork that was still left.
We haven't cleared any paperwork.
Yeah.
Say,
So,
I have not cleared any
yeah,
paperwork.
that has to be some, yeah.
that, there's some things in the property room that I was told that have been forfeited to us too, that I'm working on
Okay.
paperwork and going through the proper.
But it's something
procedure for.
that's on your list, correct?
Kind of on the same token there, probably the end of this week or the beginning of next, we have a case from last year that is going to forfeiture court in Hamilton County for approximately $7,100 in drug funds to be forfeited to the police department. Fingers crossed, that is voted on for us to be able to use. The only other thing I would like to bring up here is our police activity for the month of February. Month of February, we were dispatched by Hamilton County to 76 runs. We also used the communications for 22 other police activity runs. Mayor's Court. So in January, we had 5 traffic citations from the department and 0 criminal citations. In February, we had 13 traffic citations and 1 criminal. So you can see now that we're starting to fill shifts, we're out being able to prioritize and take care of some of those things that we weren't able to get to, as far as, speeding complaints and things of that nature. Other than that, like I said, I have a couple personnel issues I'd like to discuss, executive session, but that's it for me. Any questions?
Chief, as you kind of put together your spring and summer schedules, there's been a car parked in front of, not in front of my house, but down in front of the property for about 6 months now, maybe later. And there are a lot of those vehicles who are not running flat tires and so forth. I understand it's very difficult now to mark the tires, but I think we can come up with some other ingenious ways to make sure that these people get these vehicles that don't run
Funny you say that,
off the street.
I saw one in front of 9 Main Street today, 2 flat tires, it's a blue minivan. I put a warning on that today.
Mhm.
So if you have other vehicles that need attention, forward them to me and I'll make sure they get addressed.
I'll do that, for sure. Thanks.
Absolutely.
Thanks. Appreciate
Yep.
it.
Anybody else? All right, thank you.
Thank you, Eric. Maintenance, Dustin? Did you
I
have
have nothing this evening.
All right, thanks, Dustin. And then we'll open it to the audience.
Did I come up
If you,
here?
yeah, you could stay there if you want
Okay,
to.
well, I was wondering, what is the village doing about all this water coming off the hillside, flooding everything out? Every time it rains, my neighbor across the street, they was out there 6 hours trying to stop the water from going into their house. Then when it does come over the wall where the creek is, it comes straight across the street, washes through my garages and everything. Is the village going up there to try to
Oh, yeah,
find out what's going on with it? It's getting worse and worse.
because apparently they fixed that retaining pond that's in that area, but nobody's told me that it's happened since that day it happened to you.
Oh, it's happened 3 or 4 times. Every time.
Since then, I mean, if I know these things, that would be great, because then I can go back to them and say, hey, wait a minute.
Yeah.
and-
We were gonna go up and look
Yeah,
at it.
absolutely.
Exactly.
I think Mr. Pillow even seen films of how it's coming across and everything. where there used to be one stream coming down the hill, in a heavy rain, you got 3 and 4, just looks like,
Yeah.
you know, just steady.
Because I did get the Hamilton County Water and Soil Conservation people up there, as well as some other people from Hamilton County that's been dealing with them, pretty much stopped some of the, I believe stopped some of the housing so that they had to finish the ponds first. Because, you know, like I told them, I said, you guys can't keep building up here without finishing these ponds. Because so, they finished the one that came down on Second, that been on Second Street Creek. So that one's been good, and it's been running. That one, I haven't heard it, well, nobody tells me. So I haven't heard anything about that one, so I'm assuming it's running good. Now, they did finish, apparently, they're supposed to finish the one over by Main Street, where you're at. You know, and I've been up there, and it looks like they finished it, but if you're still having issues, then I need to go up there and look and see what's
We're
going
still having
on.
a lot of issues
Yeah.
with it. And what it is.
And I
that
need
pipe-
people to tell me these things.
That pipe that goes underground is only like an 18-inch pipe. They
Yeah.
can't hold that much water.
No, you're right, and that needs to be looked into.
Right.
I totally agree with you, because that was uncalled for all that to come down the way it does.
Not this rain yesterday or today, but the last heavy rain we had, my neighbors was out there for 6 hours trying to stop the water.
And when you're talking about neighbors, who are you
Across
talking
the
about?
street.
Straight
Dixon?
across the street,
Yeah.
or
Straight
Dixon,
across the street.
where
Dixon's
Dixon's
or
were.
Dalton?
Used to live.
What's her last name?
Dalton's or Dixon's?
No, Dixon's.
Dixon's, okay.
Dixon, but their name's not
It's
Dixon.
Ranniger.
Thank you very much.
But I kind of remember, when you say Dixon's, I know that house.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, they-
Yeah, you may have been a little confused when I talked to you about it, which place
I
it was.
think so,
Yeah, because
exactly.
we were gonna go up and take a look, you know, Mayor and I talked about it.
It's Pam, I
And
think.
also
It's
talk to-
Pam Dixon, Pam
Well,
Dixon
actually-
Ranniger.
Actually, I think.
What's her son, Neil?
Yeah.
Son. Her son owns it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we have some issues on First Street we need to go look at too, some new things going on.
Wow.
So I need to get them involved again.
Very
Because
good.
Hamilton County approved this, and, you know, there's a lot in that we've been fighting back and forth with them for the past 2 years.
Send it to stormwater and let them go with it.
Oh, I did.
Look.
They've been up there, the soil and water's been up there. And I'll have to get a list for you to tell you who else been up there, but, and yeah, you shouldn't have to deal with that.
Like I said, I gotta put concrete blocks across my driveway to stop the water from coming in my yard, in my driveway and parking area.
Okay.
So every time it rains, I'm not
This
putting
is
concrete blocks up.
written down the number of times it has been sung, so we have a reference.
Yeah, that would be a good idea. Every time it happens, log it. Dates and times and what happened.
Just
I know
take a
that.
calendar, Bill, and write the date and time and something that
Bill and his
reference.
wife's came, they've been filming it all,
Mhm.
so they do have films of everything.
Oh, well, then that would be, yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah,
If they could actually give us a copy, even myself, or bring it in, drop it off, either clerk, secretary, anybody.
I'll talk to them and see if they could do that.
Yeah, that would be great, because if, especially if they have it timestamped.
Yeah. And another thing that I had a problem with, I guess when they put the driveway approach on my property, the village cut the curb out. You know, where to make a driveway apron, but they didn't make an apron, they just cut the curb out. But they cut it level with the road. And every time it rains and water comes down the road, it don't make it to the drain, it just goes right into my yard. Who's responsible to fix that? Is the village responsible for the curb, or am I?
We're responsible for a curb.
Yeah, we normally put in, what do you call those aprons? Is that what we do? Or did we stop doing that?
Oh, we stopped doing it. I tried to get one.
I stopped that when some of the development was going out on East Main
See,
Street.
like, I know. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, I remember now. Had some people further out Main Street.
Yeah.
And
East Main
didn't
Street.
want to take the responsibility when they were building.
Yeah, I
I
understand
don't
that.
even
What
know
I'm
when that
saying is,
happened.
it's not a driveway approach, it's just where they cut the curb. And what they gonna have to do, either use or me, gonna have to put a 3-inch lip on there so the water won't force in my driveway.
So,
Maybe it occurred when we did the last Main Street project.
That's what I was
Yes, you were,
thinking.
Same thing this summer, too.
I think they did that during that project.
We'll take the street committee up and take a look at that. And kind of bring back a report, if that's okay, Bill.
Yeah.
Who's on that committee?
Or you can
Al,
decide.
Dan,
Just let me know when it's
Then
going
you
to
get
come up there.
storm
Okay,
committee too.
great.
Pam Jackson.
Bam, that's what,
Pam, Al, and Dan.
Yep.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for letting me know that's still happening. Butch, did you have anything?
Yeah, I was just seeing if you could give me a brief explanation of what your resolution tonight did, or what it's going to do.
Yeah. Which we're getting funds through Ohio grant. We won't get it, we're going to divide about $5 million in funding around the state. And we've applied for funding for 5 properties that you heard Mr. Pugh run off, including 168, is that correct? Is that number correct, 168, I believe it is. And once those funds are approved, and we feel very strongly that they will be, then we will just start the demolition process. Yeah.
The problem with the one across the street from me, it's not just an issue of what it looks like, it's a safety
Oh,
concern.
absolutely.
The building is ready to come out onto the street,
Yeah.
and somebody just needs to address that before it does happen.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah, I'm just praying that it doesn't do it here within the next, I would say, 4 or 5 months. Just off the wall estimate, but that process.
Did you have anything else? All right, thank you. Council, Eric was asking if we could go into executive session for personnel.
I make a motion that we go into executive session to discuss personnel matters.
I'll
Second.
Thank you guys for coming down.
Oh, call for the vote.
Oh,
Dan Pillow,
So, thank you.
Ron Pugh, Ann Pillow,
Yay.
Al Glick.
yeah.